Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. We're back with the guessing all the Pokemon series in each generation. I will get to all 9 generations of Pokemon eventually. But obviously, yeah, we'll probably do like one a week, maybe one every other week, depending on what else I want to put in this slot for Pokemon stuff. But today we're back with, obviously, chronologically, we're back with Generation 2, which, I'm not going to lie to you, probably quite weak on. Even though I think this is probably my first Pokemon game I had that was my own. Because I got this game out when I was younger, and then I went back and played Red and Blue after this. But my first actual game that I have comprehension of playing and played a lot of was Pokemon Ruby. But Gold was my first Pokemon game I actually have like memories of playing. So we're going to go start through the same route that we went to before on this one. Which we'll start off with the legendaries and the starters, and then we'll work our way around the story and the anime and try and figure out what I can. But this is going to be a lot of Pokemon, I think, different generations again, because a few good Pokemon I forgot this generation, I think a Gen 3, which they're not. But we're going to start off with all the legendaries. I think we get, is it the same amount of legendaries? We get one more legendary in this game with 2 box hearts, 3 trios, the 3 trios and the mythical. So we'll start off with the mythical for this game, which is Celebi. And then the 2 box art legendaries, obviously Ho-Oh and Lugia. Probably I think Lugia is definitely a lot of people's favourite legendary. I know so many people that say Lugia is their favourite Pokemon. And then that leaves us with the legendary dogs. So we've got Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. And I assume, like the previous one, that gap is for the pseudo legendaries, which is the Tyranitar line in this game, which is Larvitar, Pupitar, and Tyranitar. There we go. And then if we go to the opposite end of the spectrum, we'll go starters for this game. So we've got Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil. It's not Cyndaquil. I think I'm being silly. Is it Cyndaquil? Sorry, this is very poor for me already. Got my spelling wrong. See, it didn't look right, but I always doubt myself with these sort of things anyway. Cyndaquil, Totodile, and Chikorita. Probably, I'd say the least. Would you say one of the worst starters? Chikorita. Because I say, like, a lot of people don't like this Pokemon at all. And I know so many people that just don't enjoy it as a Pokemon. And I don't see many people using like Chikorita line, so we'll go for that line first. So you got Bayleaf, and I love grass type. I'd say probably grass types are my favourite type of Pokemon, but I've never liked Chikorita. So then that leaves us with Quilava and Typhlosion, and then obviously Croc. And this is the one I can never spell. Fraligator. There's going to be a double letter in there somewhere. Feraligator. See, I think it's just me being lazy. I don't know if everyone else does, but I think it's just being lazy. I do not pronounce Feraligator like that. I do not pronounce it Feraligator. So we now move on to the next route, which is where usually your starter bird is, and your rat. So the rat's Centret. Tret, and then your Furret is the evolution. From there you've got Hoot, and Noctowl. But I can't think of anything else on that route, which I don't think there will be. So then we'll go. There's water in the next town, but I generally cannot remember what you can catch on that. And obviously, like, we're not on this. You don't redo Pokemon. It's only the Pokemon new to that generation. So then you go up to Mr. Pokemon, come back down, head back, fight your rival, and I think he's using the opposite Pokemon to you again. He's stolen it. See, my root knowledge of Pokemon are awful, and the problem is the knowledge for gym leaders. A lot of gym leaders don't use the Pokemon from the Johto region, so you're also fighting that where like you don't have any good reference points. But if we'll go through the gyms, you go to the first gym, I believe they've got Hoot and Noctowl. No one else uses anything in that gym that is a Johto Pokemon. I've missed a lot out on the way up, but I might come back to it. So you go through that town. You've got Unknown in the ruins of Alph. Sorry, that might have been a horrible noise. If that was horrible, I'll silence that because that was a big breath. I forget I'm on mic. This is going to be horrible because I don't remember nothing. We'll go with the evolutions while I'm here. Umbreon, Espeon. And if this is going to take me a long time, I'm not going to sit here just making noise. I'll get the sprites up again that I had last time and just go through it because otherwise it's going to be horrible for everyone. So there, yeah, we've got the dogs. You've got. I might have to go through typings because I think it's going to be easier for me. But you got your Mareepline. You've got Is it Ampharos? Ampharos. And is it Fluffy? Is it 2 letters somewhere? Is it 2 L's? Is it 2 A's and 1 F? There we go. I know it's a funny spelling. It's not. In my head, it's not spelled like that. It's always Flaffy. But yeah, it's spelled funny. I'm just going to go off memory because I feel like going around. We'll try and go through the gyms, but I don't really remember any of them. But I think you've got Spinarak in the first gym, and that is a new Pokemon, an Ariados. Is it Mystery Mias? Yeah, Mystery. I think that's the only. Well, that's in the Ghost type gym. That's the only new Ghost type they're using. And it's just trying to remember. They added Dark type into this game. Ursaring's a Dark. Is it? I know it might be. So I might be thinking of Teddy Ursa. And Ursaring. Sneasel is a Dark type, I believe. Sneasel. Anything else I've added as a Dark type? I've got the. Add any dragons? They added Kingdra, didn't they, as a dragon type? I might as well go through the third evolutions and the babies then while I'm here, because you've got Blossom, and Politoed. Then you've got the baby. You got Steelix, first, and Sizzle. They're 2 new Pokemon. Sizzle. That also reminds me of Heracross, because that's the new. That's like the Pinsir of this generation. You got Don fans on this. Then you got Fanfi. So then we got the babies. If we go for the babies, you've got Pichu, Smoochum, Magby, Elekid, Happiny, and Mime Jr. aren't in this one. That's a different game. Did we get, yes, we got Marilyn this generation because that's what people were speculating it would have been the Let's Go games. Azumarill and Togepi as well. Togepi and Togetic. See, I'm halfway there, and I think this is where it might start to get ropey because I can't remember much more after this. I've definitely anything key to the store. Sudowoodo. There you go, Sudowoodo. His evolution didn't come until later either. We got water types, Remoraid. And Octillery. What's the Pokemon? Remoraid. Manitime. Yeah. Oh no, we're running out of ideas already, everyone. If anyone can help, just pass some ideas through the screen to me. That'd be great. That'd really help. So we're 10 minutes in and we're halfway through, which isn't too bad. I know it's less Pokemon, but that's still a good effort. Have we got any more like evolutions from this game? I don't think so. I can't even think. I think that's got to be all the babies as well. I feel like I've got to be missing one of the babies, but it's clever from this game. Yes, there you go. So that's getting there. I'm just trying to wander around the game now and think about what is where and what appears in what gyms. But the gyms in this game do not stick in my head at all. And once again, a lot of the Pokemon they use are like not reskins. They're just reusing a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon is used in Johto. They don't use a lot of their own Pokemon. We've got Shuckle. What name is that one? I don't believe they have any fossils in Johto actually. I was thinking what fossil Pokemon do they have, but I don't think they have any. You got the Porygon too though. Thinking of another one. Oh no. Just vamping, but it's really hard. Like I barely a lot of the Pokemon in this I remember using old Pokemon, and like I feel like half of these Pokemon don't pop up enough in the new games either. Like even going through a lot of them, like I know Nofsy was in Arceus, Legends Arceus, and so was I think not Krabby, what's it called? Corphish. I want to say Corphish is in this game because I remember it being a Legends Arceus. Is it not? That must be Generation 3. That's the one I must get confused then. Crawdon must be Generation 3. But that leaves me with Corsola. It's just very hard. Like, I feel like I watch people do this and I'm like, yeah, of course, it's this one. It's one of those things when you sit down and do it yourself, it's not impossible, but it's so hard. It's just so hard to remember anything in your head. So what other poison types have we got? Thing is, I'm not going to make this a long video if I don't need to. So I think I'll get to 15 minutes and I'll put the sprites on because this isn't one that I'm going to remember like quickly at all. This is going to take me like a good while to remember half of these Pokemon. I don't really want to sit here for 40 minutes just vamping, trying to make a long video. But I think that's how it works. I don't want to force content upon you guys if it's not going to be like decent. But I think there must be another baby somewhere in this line because there's a little one stage gap. Oh, that reminds me of a one stage Pokemon though that gets a lot of love. Smeargle. And that also reminds me now of one stage Pokemon from the last game. Tyrogue is the one I'm thinking of. And then that has is it Hitmontop? Is that when Hitmontop comes in? Yes. See, there we go. I'm thinking. My brain's working. So now we've just got to think of a few more. I think I'm probably going to have to go through the types of Pokemon because to be honest with you, I do not have a clue about anything story-wise anymore. But I can't remember the Pokemon. See, and I know this has an evolution, and I knew it, but it's gone out of my head, and it's like, it's not like the exact, you wouldn't expect it to evolve into this either. And that's going to do my head in, because it's a bug type, and I know the evolution to this Pokemon, but it's just completely gone from my head. Oh no, it's going to be annoying. Let me just give me a minute in silence, I'll be with you. I'm going to know it once I get this figures up, but I know it. I know for a fact that Pokemon's evolution, but it's just completely gone out of my head. And I feel like it's... oh man, it's going to annoy me. I'm going to have to leave it. I think I'm going to have to get the sprites on in a minute, because I'm running so low on any ideas. But once they all come up, I'll remember them, don't worry. It'll be just bang, 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 bang. Because that's what it always is on these sort of things for me. Oh. Swinub. Add Palo Swine. There's probably some more massive glaring ones I'm missing. Well, there is the Fortress original, not the evolution of Fortress I'm missing, and I feel like I definitely know it, but just one of those, I guess. Crobat. I'm just trying to think of more evolutions. The Gligar common in this game as a single stage. Yes, that's another one. I'm literally just running through all the Pokemon games, the current Pokemon games I've played in my head, and just trying to remember what ones I've caught in certain games that link to this game, because I feel like Legends Arceus has quite a lot of Johto Pokemon in it, which also reminds me of a Johto Pokemon. There we go. None of these are good Pokemon, but they're all adding to the numbers. I reckon if I can get 75% without the shadows, yeah, they're called shadows, without the shadows, I reckon I've done a good job for me. But it's just trying to get these Pokemon in memory, because I said none of the gyms stick out to me, so it's very hard when I don't have any reference points to anything anymore. There must be some more Pokemon on this game, like electric types and stuff, but they didn't really add a lot of Pokemon, but obviously I don't think they probably didn't have the space to. I think they pretty much took the cartridge to as close as it could to full without it being slow, so I think this is all they could do, really. I want to say the Pokemon I'm thinking of looks like Pupitar, but it definitely doesn't. Obviously I've got Pupitar, but I'm just running out of thoughts. Oh, this is so annoying when this happens, because I do know a lot. I do know them. I know as soon as they come on my screen I'll be able to name them. But like, I just don't want to leave like last time. I think I'll give myself a couple more minutes, and that's really it. Because once we're done there, once we're at 20 minutes, I'm not going to string this out anymore. But I said I left it a little bit ago, and I thought of more. It's just trying to remember. That said, a lot of it's just trying to remember the gyms and what Pokemon they have. But I struggle with that, unfortunately. So, I said I haven't played a Johto game in even longer. I think the last time I played a Johto game was possibly on the Virtual Console on my 3DS, like years ago. So even just trying to think of any is like such a pain to my head at the moment. There must be another bird type in this region that I've missed out though, because there is one that I forget that is his generation. Mori. There we go. Not particularly useful for any lineage of Pokemon, but It's an extra one to the pile. Maybe we can get to the magic number and then I can put the shadows on. I only need one more for the mystical number. And I think I've got 2 minutes to get it according to the goal I set myself, so we're going to hit that, we're going to get there. And if we get there before, I'll just put the shadows on and go through, because the last one was 40 odd minutes long, and like, I think after that I was just trying to think, I was thinking out loud and speaking, but not particularly useful chat sometimes. But yeah, this has always been an odd sort of game to me, Johto, because like, as I said, for the time it was really good. But looking back on it now, it's like the updated versions were good, but Johto obviously it didn't have much. But looking back for the times, it must have been good. Well, it was good. I played it when it like a few years after it came out, and it was still decent. I just want one more Pokemon and I can retire happy, but I don't think I'm going to get it. See, it's like the Pokemon I'm thinking for the Fortress one is like Ferroseed, but it isn't Ferroseed. And it's annoying me, I can't remember what it is. And I've got Donphan, because Donphan's one of those Pokemon that just appeared in the games before, in the anime before it appeared in the games. I'm surprised I can't even get like one more water Pokemon or something like that along the lines. Did Slowking come out in these games? Yeah, just in time. So we put the shadows on because I'm dry of ideas. And then, right, so we've got, see, I know the names of them, but I never remember them. So I'll go from the beginning. You've got Ladybur and Ledian. Then you've got the Chinchou line and Lantern. Igglybuff, that was the baby I forgot. But I said, like, a lot of these Pokemon I just don't use, so I forget about them. I'm starting to get more back in the Pokemon sphere of stuff now. But, like, see, all these Pokemon I know, you've got Xatu and Natu, Slugma. I could have had something on there, but I'm not going to say it. And Macargo. Is it Magcargo? Yes. And that leaves us with Snubbull and Granbull. Oh, I miss Miltank. I should never miss Miltank. Pineco, that's the one. That is the one that I was thinking of, that I knew. That looks like Pupitar a little bit. Giraffe. Rig. And see, Wobbuffet, I should have gone the Team Rocket route, because that's a Team Rocket Pokemon from the Johto anime. And further on, I think it goes on for a few. I can't remember how long they keep Wobbuffet for. Wobbuffet. Murkrow. See? Like, I know all of these by looking at them. Quagsire one I should have got, because I've been using Clodsire on my replay of Scarlet. So, Quagsire, Wooper, Yanma, Sunflora and Sunkern. See, these are ones I won't remember. I should have remembered Sun and Flora because it's in Pokemon Scarlet, but Apom, I should have known it, but I love Apom. This is a line I always forget. That's like, I don't know if it's in a lot of games, but I definitely got, this is one of my first shinies. And Jumpluff. Delibird, see, that's what I wouldn't remember, even though it's quite, they use it quite prominently, like Christmassy stuff, don't they? Houndour, I feel like that's a love Pokemon, it doesn't get a lot of love either. I don't know if it's particularly good, I've never really used it, but I don't know if it's particularly good either. So, Dunsparce, which is now get some love because it's got the Dunsparce. Miltank is one I definitely should have remembered, and Blissey. And probably should remember Quillfish because I've only just 100%'d it. Pokemon's Arceus, and that's one of the new evolutions on there. It has whatever the evolution of Quillfish is on that game, but I can't remember now. Over something, but 22 minutes, 69% without looking at the shadows, which I'm happy with. I took 50% because I don't even know half the game, and all the Pokemon I know, I just don't know they're in the game. But yeah, as I said, we'll be back next time with the Generation 3, which hopefully should be the one I'm good at, because that's my generation that I remember and I love playing. But then we'll cut to the next video when I don't get them all and have to use the shadows again. But as always, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you relaxed. Sleep well. And I'll catch you next time.